And actually, if anybody wants less singing, please say so, because not that we're going to necessarily, not that I'm going to necessarily listen, but yeah, good to know. What is this?
All the soda you can drink.
Hark a Vagrant.
Okay, so let's see.
What the hell? Is it love or toxic radiation? It's both. Who cares?
Okay, let's put a photoopter here.
Oh my. Curious new hot dangerous science love. Damn. People want this on a shirt. I'm not sure it would work. Okay, I think that this is one of those things that's going to require some
perusal.
Yes.
Okay, so final experiment here.
I'm going to be honest, I had never seen anything of this sort.
Okay, we're ready to go. Let's use our terminal here. So let's see, photoopter experiment. We can do subliminal messages, microflash images, test subject's view, never quite perfected an eyedrop formula.
The question is, which is the middle option? Huh?
The lab had further advantages of electroshocks and physical restraints. Okay, this seems terrible. Can I just say, by the way, that I actually, I know what burning eyeballs smell like. Because I have had radiokeratotomy on my eyes.
PRK.
Yep. Simple synopsis of the experiment, Ted. His team made a better tool for optometrists everywhere. That's it, nothing else. Please, please process my request to reassign its whole team somewhere far away and cold. Damn that Ted.
Wait a minute. Is this the reference that the group was making to Ted?
Yes.
Oh.
Ted's the guy who doesn't get him on bad with the mad science. So, vault monitoring, an MRI. Okay. Test the subject, read a subject's mind. Okay. What's Dr. Braun's notes? Turn a simple eye exam. So we'll give it a shot. We'll try vault monitoring, the middle option.
Oh, how is this going to go sideways?
Okay, Carrie did not like that. Okay, she's neutral about the benevolent option and gets mad about all the others. Hopefully all the murder I've done will make her happier.
Wait, does the murder make her happy?
I think so. Okay, so let's see what happened. Hi, Clem.
You're not supposed to talk to Clem.
Looks like we have our first patient. Yes. Before we begin, Clem, how do you feel about children?
They're all right, I guess.
You ever plan?
She'll get easier to please.
I don't know. Why are you asking?
Just idle chatter. Go on.
Hi, you here for an eye exam with with this thing?
I guess.
Go ahead and get in.
He looks like he's trying to fuck a wall.
He does. Clem, you shouldn't be fading into the wall. But whatever.
Well, okay.
So, what do I do?
Just stay still.
Oh, my head feels hot.
Oh, well,
We
Just
might just be
stay
melting
still.
somebody's
Fuck,
brains.
it hurts. Oh god, I feel sick.
All right, sorry. I'm working on it.
Were you nuking me? What the hell?
You know how these experiments go. It's just a small irregularity. Nothing to concern yourself with.
Bullshit. I ain't buying it, Overseer. This ain't over. What the hell is your game? You invite Clem and me in here to experiment on us? You some sort of sicko?
Apparently a little bit.
There's nothing sinister going on. You're just imagining things.
You sure? I mean, that eye machine. Alright. But I'm watching you.
I think this is the first time you've successfully...
My 11 charisma would do that.
Yeah, you've charisma'd your way out of it.
Aye.
So one of our residents is happy. That's completely irrelevant. We should be making hard choices. to
Seriously.
improve the effectiveness
Overseer
of the
Barstow.
vault. Instead,
The epitome of evil.
You spend
Yeah.
your time
Well,
pandering to
in
their
this
every
game.
whim.
You know you're a psychopath, right?
If you mean I've cultivated a proper Vault-Tech clinical detachment, I know.
What the hell, Curry?
Name calling is counterproductive. This last experiment is my pride and joy. Following in the footsteps of Dr. Braun and the others, I have spent my time devising my very own prototype. Its premise is this. We are all flawed creatures, each with our own vices. What if our Vault didn't pointlessly try to stamp out these predilections, and instead harnessed them?
Give me the details.
The vice in question is
Oh no.
greed. The schematic is for a slot machine. I designed it to be as enticing as possible. Choose the experimental parameters, and let's see how it fares in the field.
So now I'm going to put in gambling.
Well, I think that one of our cats sits there and says no.
Too bad. Too bad, Alex.
Sorry, Alex.
I do what I want. Build and power the slot machine. Good thing I have so many screws. I'm gonna need a terminal for this.
Well, seriously.
I haven't even powered it on. And somebody's already sitting in front of it like, yes, this is what I've wanted this entire time.
You still need to hook it up to your...
Okay.
I really think you should have done that in reverse.
So let's see. Notes from Overseer Barstow.
Oh boy.
It's alluring by its very nature. We can manipulate probability. Ensure the maximum amount of revenue for the vault. Indentured servitude parameter. The machine could be a standard game of chance. Let's see. Customer profiling. Or we can maximize returns. Yeah, we're going to have to be a good thing here. Let's see. Oh, shit. There's no notes on this one. So, yeah, we're going with lost revenue. Let's see what happens. Oh,
Okay,
yay.
you
Cubby
liked
liked
it.
that. We made up some ground.
Thanks for coming by, James. Have a good night.
Yes, finally we got Curry to approve of something
That
we did.
is not even Clem at the machine.
Somebody else jumped on that thing and was like, Mine! I'm hitting those slots till I get triple
That was
cherries.
actually Clem's friend.
Exactly. Curry finally approves of what we did.
Is it me, or is that electrical line going directly through Clem?
Yeah, that's his problem.
Awkward. Huh? Very awkward.
Hey, it was there before he was. If he just sat there and put that through himself, what can I do? Ah. It's not Crackle Pop. Come on, Clem. Do your gambling.
It's really sad that an hour seems so long on this quest.
Yeah.
Ha!
Literally, he's
He's
hardwired into
literally
place.
hardwired. Erotic. Oh god, that just goes all kinds of wrong.
I know, so I guess the question is, so we've basically finished up this DLC right now. Should we do the next DLC next week, just to get them all out of the way? Because I think people wanted to have the bigger DLCs.
I think that particularly the Nuka-Cola DLC is going to take multiple.
Oh yeah, like that one in Far Harbor are probably going to be after the post game.
Yeah, those are going to be longer.
But we could do the Mechanist one next week.
I suppose we could do the Mechanist, but if we're going to do the Mechanist, it's a case of we have to take
Ada.
Which,
by the way, I'm wondering if she's a reference to Ada Lovelace. Lord Byron's daughter, who some people have, a lot of people refer to as the first
Just looking
computer
to trade a little.
scientist.
I just can't
that could actually make some sense.
Yeah.
That would make some reasonable sense.
Oh, she is so creepy in some ways.
Let's check in with Clem.
Oh, hi.
It is kind of repetitive, but it's one of the shorter
Thanks a lot for
DLCs.
letting me try it, Lady Overseer.
That would
I'm
at
so
least be
glad you
done.
enjoyed
Everybody would know what it was.
Now we just need a variety act and some crime bosses and our casino's set.
Your famous wit.
Which
It's
somebody doesn't
done.
get.
Finally. Hundreds of years of refining and planning. The results were mixed. But in science, you rarely wind up exactly where you were expecting. With my life's work done, I think I will deliver our schematics to other vaults to improve their lives.
You go do that.
It was a privilege working with you.
I promised myself I wouldn't cry. This is a big moment for me. I pass the mantle on to you. Guide Vault 88 to greatness. You're the Overseer now.
Mwahaha!
You know, the fact that one of our cats' ears laid back when you did that.
Oh, really? This would have been nice earlier.
Yeah, but you're getting it from a ghoul, so...
True. Okay, so, yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Completed Lady Luck. Got a little experience boost. I like to think that she's going to go out and die out in the wasteland.
Or she's going to be eaten by other ghouls. Because she's interacted with you.
Ooh, I like that idea. So we're going to go ahead and clear out the rest of Vault 88 now.
Woo. Which means some fun. Okay, some of them are rabid mole rats. Did that even get it?
Nope. I think we had to piss it off. Okay, and I appear to be stuck briefly.
Ooh, broodmother.
Identity unknown.
I think you should be back up on the metal.
Probably.
They can't come up on that.
Dispatched.
Legendary slow time. Is that
Yep.
because of the outfit you're wearing?
Nope, it's because of the weapon I have.
Oh.
The good news is that the the Mechanist quest actually has specific dialogue if you're wearing the Silver Shroud costume, which I did not get last time I played.
I may have detected unusual behavior.
I have to say, these broodmothers are
Annoying.
terrors.
I was going with annoying, but yeah, that's me.
I mean, for regular people.
I love this weapon. More rat meat that I know what to do with.
Are they only having mole rat meat? Do they all not have any money on them?
Mostly mole rat meat, maybe a bit of teeth in it here and there.
Oh.
But let's see. Curry's natural environment, underground and surrounded by mole rat corpses. That's fair.
That's a fair statement of reality.
This is where she came from. So let's see.
There's a request for a rename for Serpentine. Okay, I'm gonna throw it out there. If we were gonna rename Serpentine, what would we rename it to?
That's a good question. I mean, I would be okay with Babu.
Babu.
You fox-eared asshole.
Serpentine Mak Zawarudo.
Maybe. Oh, what wants to fight?
An eyeless mole rat.
Legendary slow time. Oof. A research test tube. I don't know why that mole rat had a test tube. I'm not going to ask that question.
I'm not sure what the Warudo is. Zawarudo? Did I miss something?
Not really ringing a bell for me.
A JoJo reference.
Have not caught up on that one as much as they should have. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. A glowing mole rat.
Okay.
Data. Review these logs for relevant data.
Okay. Let's see. We've got a duct tape.
Bingo.
Control board. Northeast sector.
A bit odd of the location of the circuit boards.
Like, why would your circuit board be even here?
I got nothing. Maybe for me, because I'll be honest. I don't know the JoJo reference.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is a supposedly pretty legendary series that. Oof, you are mean. that has not really had a... I don't think it's had a really great dub release yet.
I don't know that... And I just haven't seen any sub.
Yeah, the subs are out there. I think they're just a little bit hard to find.
Yeah, I mean, I've...
Have you found something interesting?
I don't recognize the reference.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is what just came through.
Zawarudo is the punctuation of the world in Japanese. It's an ability one of the bad guys use to stop time.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
Okay, that makes it... Okay, that makes sense.
Ah, my actual target is over here, but let's see what else is up here. Before I hop down there. 'Cause I know there's some ghouls running around. And we can't just let them run around living and all that.
Well, we could, but why would we? Plus, you never know when you're going to have to come back. What's in that red canister?
That's
That one.
It's an aluminum
The-
canister. Wonder glue. Ooh. And some
Vodka.
vodka.
Yay. Hey, you know something? If we ever get a chance to actually see JoJo, in reference, I'm not going to be terribly upset. Heck, I've had Dave absolutely ruin an entire book by telling me what happens, and I still read the book and was entertained by it.
What was this?
Actually, not only that, actually, side story.
I don't even know what you're speaking of.
Johannes Cabal.
Oh, fair enough. I tried, damn it.
You've tried. You failed, but you tried. I give you points. I give you points where points are due. So when so recently, for everybody out there, they recently did a re-release of Escaflowne.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I was part of the Kickstarter, and I was very excited about it because Escaflowne is the first anime that I ever saw. Like, ever. Ever. Okay? I mean, it's the first animated anything that I had ever seen in my entire life. And I never even saw, at that point in time... Do you remember what's behind this wall?
Oh, let's find out.
God damn it. You just had to do that.
Oh, this isn't too bad.
So anyway, yeah, so when I was an early teenager, I watched Escaflowne it was the first time I'd seen anything animated. From Japan. I mean, before that, I'd only seen, Western animation a la Disney and Hanna-Barbera and stuff like that. But I totally fell in love with Escaflowne because it was so different. It was not miniaturized caricatures of people and animals and stuff like that. It was like these were supposed to be full-size anthropomorphic people who they were supposed to be real, and I enjoyed it as a teen. That's the first thing that I had ever seen from Japan, and I mean, outside of that, my options were Batman. Which Batman was it? It wasn't the Batman Beyond. It was the one before that, the animated series. Yeah. So I was so I grew up on X-Men and Batman, the animated series, and Spider-Man, and all of that kind of Marvel, for the most part, and some DC. But that's what I grew up on, and so when I was about 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there, Escaflowne came out, and it was on like 4Kids, or whatever the equivalent was, because I didn't have cable growing up. I had like 4 channels. I had ABC, NBC, CBS, PBS, and I had like some other one that was like uber Christian, and that's really all I remember. Okay, and every now and then on a blue moon we would get access to Fox News, so that would be like, you know, that was like that wasn't always there. So okay, the Anthropomorphic People is the name of my indie band.
I like it.
I like it. But yes, so, you know, so the very first anime that I ever experienced was Escaflowne, and I because of the fact that everything was so shoddy, like, I mean, we were talking like TV antenna, like rabbit ears TV antenna style back in the day, and you never knew when it would like go out and you wouldn't be able to see the next week's edition because, you know, that's what it was, in the middle of jabumfuck nowhere. Okay? Like, the only place that had cable was in town. Or if you sat there and you had it wired to your house. That was the only way you had cable. Okay? Where I grew up, we didn't have cable. We had those channels, and that was it. And so I watched like the first like 2/3 of Escaflowne, and I was absolutely enamored with it. But I never knew how it ended.
Yeah.
For years, I never knew how it ended, but I was just enamored with it. And so when I finally got into the age where I was of college age, and I had access to, you know, like
money.
Well, some money. Very little money, actually. I had very little money that I had access to, but living in the dorms, I had access to cable. And there were a handful of things that I watched. Aw, Freddy's behind us. Yeah, so when I was in college, there were a handful of things that I watched, and one of them was Adult Swim. I watched Adult Swim whenever possible. Another one was if it was between classes and between when I went for dinner, I would sit there and I would watch I don't even remember what it's called now. This is kind of embarrassing for me because
Hey, we just got the Nuka World thing open.
Awesome. But no, there was a time slot between like 5 o'clock and 7 that they had anime playing.
Okay.
And I don't think it was 4Kids because it wasn't the 4Kids channel. 4Kids was slightly before that. But yeah, there was like essentially like a 5 o'clock to 7 Nozomi, no.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's like Nozomi was what it might have been called back in the day. I don't know what if it's called that now or.
Sounds like a company.
It was a company, but it was a like a 2-hour block where I would sit there and I would try to watch it or I would tape it because this was back when I only had a VCR. Okay. And so I would sit there and I would watch that. And the other thing I would watch would actually, of all the things, I loved watching Zorro. You know, like the old-timey black and white Zorro. Kind of one of those weird things that it was like with Guy, I don't even remember what the guy's whatever his last name is.
Banderas?
No, not Banderas. Antonio Banderas was the one. This was Guy something. I can't remember his name. And I totally loved watching it when I was in college. This was kind of like my thing. I'd sit there and I would watch Nozomi. I would try to get dinner early and come back to watch Nozomi. or I would tape it and then watch it later while I was doing homework.
Mm-hmm.
Guy Williams, thank you, grunt fodder. Should have known that, but it's been years, literal years. So I would sit there and I would do that, and then at night I would watch adult, like, you know, that early Adult Swim, like we're talking like 2002.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before Adult Swim was what it is today.
It's astounding how much
Exactly. Guy Williams in the Zorro from the live action and from the 50s. Exactly so.
my systems will endure these rugged conditions.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so those are like the things that like I would turn Zorro on in the middle of the night, and it would be kind of like what I fell asleep to. And the other ones I would watch. And then on, I think it was Sunday, there was like an hour where they would replay the Zorro from the night before. And, you know, it was just always kind of like endearing to me. And I'll continue any further on anything else we have, or I'll try to continue it next time because, you know, like it was just essentially the entire thing with Escaflowne is that they have a re-release. If you're interested in it, you know, go look it up because
It's very good.
it's very good. We've watched the release with the new voice acting, which is really good. The old voice acting, I'm hoping we'll watch next so that we can see if it's as good as I remember so many years later. And you know, maybe this will lead somebody else to something that they, you know, are really into or would really enjoy.
This'll do.
Fair enough.
But I think we're going to call it a night with that.
Yeah. So I think next time we'll probably go off and do the Mechanist download the content. So there won't be a poll this week. But then we'll sit there and have one next week after we manage that. And we've got a thing about talking to Jack Cabot about the artifact. So I guess there's going to be more stuff to get there. So thank you everybody who came out tonight. And we'll catch you next time.
Catch you next time.